the top left-hand corner, we'll be playing as the female thief category as anything. At the start of the game, we're given 100 points, stat points, so I've already pre-distributed them as 24 strength and agility and 10 dexterity and 2 skill points, and those will be both going to improve dodge. These aren't important early game, but we do need the skill requirement, stat requirements. So let's get right into it. You did it on countdown?
Yeah, count me down.
So before we start the timer, we go to the first stage. Right? Let's go on go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Right, so we get to go into this first stage outside of Pantera City. It's essentially a tutorial stage, and for those of you who have played the original Ragnarok, not Ragnarok 2, this would look pretty familiar as everyone sits outside. Now, this game does require us to defeat all enemies on screen in order to proceed, and sometimes we need to stand in the correct position in order for the game to progress. But right now there's nothing much. I'm pretty much just using these there are two types of attacks in this game. There's the light attack and the heavy attack. And because we don't really have any skills to work with, there's no point in using the light attack. No, he's throwing acorns. Alright. So if anyone is familiar with this game, you know that it was made by French bread. And this sort of movement may look similar, as we're using. This game was originally designed for a fight stick to use, but it works perfectly fine the way it is. Alright. I wasn't expecting to get hit there. As of right now, we're just trying to clear out enemies. Nothing really special going on. Now we're encountering our first real mini-boss of the game. The Rocker. I'm just going to do a bunch of weak attacks. And there we go. So what just happened there was, by holding down and crouching and doing a bunch of weak attacks, we did a small damage amplification. It's presumed to be 1% per weak attack hit. And right there, just spamming the weak attack button just destroys all those horns, and we have this guy. He's really mad at us now. Yeah, Richard, he doesn't like us because we just pretty much stole his mobs. As for the story, there's no real story in this game. It's just it's a kind of a it is a fan-made game to contribute the original Ragnarok Online. There we go. There we go. Get back here. And oh look, more mini bosses. To kick. Kick. Oh, wow, it's still alive. And, well, this game decided to have a great idea to have another mini-boss right after. So, yeah, we've had 3 mini-bosses so far, and we're only in the first stage. Stand on this side, 1, 2. Nope, it didn't give us nice smokes, or nice dusts to bounce off of. Now, this is the real boss in the game, Eclipse. We get to murder a bunch of rabbits and their children. Yep, it's a good game so far. Oh, please. No, it's running away. Why'd you do this? The worst part about this game is that this is the most RNG intense boss that you'll ever find. There we go. Oh. But yes, this is Jet Set Radio. We want Jet Set Radio. Future HD. We just went off and murdered a bunch of rabbits. That was the first stage is introductory. Every time we level, we get a certain amount of stat points and a few skill points to use, but there's nothing we really want after the first stage because we don't have any skills to work with. We still don't have any sort of skills to use. But we get to run fast, because thieves just run generally fast. Yep, just smash her face to the side of the screen. Oh, wait, that was way too early. So that piggy with the eggshell just ran off. The game is known for having the eggshell piggies to have more health than regular piggies. Yep, alright, here's another mini-boss. Oh boy. Oh, that was fast. So if anyone was wondering where we were, right now we're in Sogrant Desert, south of Pantera City. So we're just kind of going out and exploring the world, kind of leveling. Fighting bosses. No, I did not want to bounce that way. Now, if anyone remembers, these golems were a pretty big thing to farm off of back then. So they had a lot of defense, they were really inconvenient. And they still do. Alright, so we're just going to do a bunch of eagle dives. It's pretty much just stabbing the dagger downwards into our enemy, which deals about 600 damage. And it gives us a bit of a recoil on the hit. Ow, please, this is really bad. There we go. Just wait for this one. Ooh, I'm killing at this point. Alright, now we get to the part where Pecos are... Oh, and look, this eggshell piggy's back again. Oh, well, we've drew attention, so let's murder an entire family while we're at it. No, yeah, but when the game is known for having enemies be aggressive when they attack of similar kind. And this is one of the things that they did, which was kind of a nice tribute to the game. So I do apologize if no one has any idea what's going on in this particular area, because I don't even look at what's going on. There are things behind sand that kept something alive. There it is. So there are things behind sand being really hard to see. But we're using the mini-map, which is also pretty hard to see on screen. Stop these ants. Let's see where they are. Okay, yeah, good. This time they're all there. So we get to approach the first real mini-boss of this game, or this stage, and the Horde. Giant worm that exists, and oh boy, it can be a real pain sometimes. Yep, it just randomly decides to go wherever it wants. Nope, I was expecting the center of the stage. I do need it to be in the center of the stage. Well, apparently destroying the Horde led to a sandpit. We're on an ant hell. And welcome to the actual MVP boss that exists in the real game. This is Frioni. Yep, Frioni can be a jerk sometimes, both in the real game and here. As you can see, he's just kind of going at it. We don't want him to do this attack, but all attacks from bosses are set, and that sandstorm kind of tornado-esque whirlpool attack that blows overhead it's really laggy. We're gonna try to avoid that. Please? Where are my daggers? Everywhere. Should be another set of enemies dropping. Oh, no. So we get to encounter Maya, their queen of insects. And I didn't run for some reason. Oh. Oh, I didn't want to turn around. Oh, a little bit early. Yep, that is intended to take the damage off of that. Ooh, oh, those knives are real painful, and we're gonna try not to get hit by them. These game? Okay. It's not liking my inputs right now. That and my hands are really cold. Game. Please. Thank you. For those of you who are observant, you may have noticed that there's the little red timer in the center of the screen. Those are the times that it takes for you to currently beat the stage, and then below it is the best time you've ever done. And that's throughout all of your characters, including their levels, their highest level as well. Right. Now we have enough skill points to actually do something with these. That's not what I want. And Venom. So now we have a skill to use, and this is the only skill we'll be using the entire game. We're going to use Envenom, and the interesting part about this is, as a female thief, we get to use powerful Envenoms by hiding and then following up with an Envenom. We're also going to be using that in combination with doing a weak attack amplification by just hitting or mashing the weak attack button several times on an enemy that has a lot of health. So now we can actually get to some real commentary. These skeletons, oh boy, we're in Pain Cave, and these soldier skeletons, or all the skeletons, they collapse and become invulnerable after the first hit, so we gotta make sure that we can either knock them into the air hit them with a couple of attacks before they make contact with the ground, or just try to defeat them in a single hit. Okay. So there's a Moonak on the left and the Bogan on the right. If no one hasn't figured it out by now, we're kind of in like an undead place. They are not cooperating. Oh no. Oh no. Did I not get hiding? I didn't get hiding. Okay. Okay, we have backups for this. What skill did I get? Oh well. Yep, so we're just going to do some low heavy kicks here to make the low heavy attacks, which knocks them into the air and make sure that we can hit them a second time. Please, soldier skeletons. Okay, more kicks involved. Shins are being broken. Now, then, this is the part where we get to relax for a bit. And by jumping into the air, all of these spirits or horongs, they kind of just float into the position where you were standing. And because they started to follow you when you're standing in, or when you jumped into the air, they're just going to go straight overhead. Yep. This is also a pretty good place to just hold the down button. If you hold the down button for longer than 5 seconds, you start activating health and SP regen, which would be nice because we're going to be taking a lot of damage on this mini boss. This is a general. I don't have enough light to block that. Okay. As usual, face into wall. More undead enemies, gotta make... Oh, please. No, don't backslide. I can't hit you with your iframes. Okay, you're not cooperating. Okay, there should be one more batch of skeletons. There they are. Ooh, I was worried about not getting that one. And we're in a cave, so we've got to have an avalanche of some sort going on here. Not sure why they decided this was a good idea, but it can cause some problems. As these boulders can hit these skeletons if they're airborne, and I don't know what really causes that, but that's a thing. Hi Ninetails, how you doing? So Ninetails here really doesn't want us to go any further, so she's gonna just activate this giant boulder, which we're just gonna not really care about. And yep, they just have to have skeletons falling from the ceiling again. Yep, sorry, I had to think about whether or not there was going to be a next set of enemies. Now, who doesn't love a sword? Yep. Knife-wielding spirit, or knife-wielding vengeful spirit. And we're just gonna hope we don't give her the opportunity to attack, because, oh dear, this is bad. That knife is pretty much an instant kill, as it deals somewhere around 1 to 2,000 damage. And it also pierces armor, so even if you have vitality, it just does pure damage to you. So unless you're really high level, you're probably gonna die taking that hit. Jeez, game. There we go. Yeah, Ninetales still doesn't want us to follow her, and she just activated a spike pit. And I hate these things because their collisions are not consistent. It's sometimes it's the tip of the spike, sometimes it's the base of the spike. It just decides to hit whenever it feels like it. Now we're in the far, far depths of Pain Cave. And, yep. So Moonlight summons these fake Moonlight. She's gonna, that are made out of Ninetales. And they're not cooperating either, because they just don't want to clump together. That's unfortunate. Alright, can't hide. It's okay, we have backup strats for people dies. I was just trying to get that hit in before. Oh well. Normally it would be a one cycle, but no Envenoms because I'm an idiot. So we've got to go fight more of these. Oh dear. Wow, one hit away. That was actually pretty good for not having Envenom. So from here on out, we're going to dump all of our stats into strength. I just deployed. Oh, that's unfortunate. Excuse me while I go back, because I do need that hiding, as it will make life easier. That's what happens when you mash the button. Alright, so all into strength. What did I put it in? Steel. I put one into steel by accident. Okay, that's fine. I still have a skill point. Oh, no. Okay, good. So all the skill points will now be going into Envenom, and all of our stats will be going into Strength, as Strength increases your physical attack. Now usually I would recommend getting Vitality, but we kind of need to have as much damage output as possible. But Vitality is a very useful thing to have if you're struggling in this game. Okay, so that little girl was kidnapped by a bunch of orcs. And yeah, we're here to save her. Now these are just kind of barriers that are blocking the way, and we are required to destroy these in order to progress. But so long as that wall exists or that barrier exists, a lot of goblins are just going to jump over or just kind of walk through it, which is kind of annoying because it can get really out of hand if you don't deal a lot of damage or have a way to clear these goblins quickly, as you can have like 20, 30 goblins on the screen and get juggled. So our objective with this particular screen is not to kill all the enemies, but to destroy this clothes rack, which has laundry on it, of some sort. And yeah, we've just pissed off the neighbors. This is Orc Lady. And she's strong on, right? So let's focus, because this part really does hurt if I make a mistake. So all mini bosses repeat their attacks, and in this case, she will use her cleaver to attack twice, blow kisses, and then try to charge at you on some sort of suplex. Oh. Yeah, she wasn't happy that we destroyed her laundry. This wasn't noticeable before, but I'm not using this long sword, long dagger swing sort of attack for a good reason. It does a lot of damage, the same damage as an eagle dive, but it's really hard to reset. There's no safe way of doing it, and the more you change certain abilities, the less damage you deal. And this happens per hit. So we want to only do this sort of attack when there's one enemy that needs to be pushed across the screen, or we're grouping large numbers of enemies, and then we're just going to collect them on the far end of the screen. Alright, we've got to deal with a bunch of orcs now, and they've got some archer support way in the back that's off screen that we can't even touch right now. And yes, these arrows do have a collision, so it is possible to run straight into one and just stop. Or, I don't really know why. So they deal damage, they have a hitbox, but you can stop right when you hit them. Alright, those archers weren't too strong. More eagle dives. Oh, hey, look, it's the little girl that was kidnapped? Alright, she's just running around. Everyone's confused, including me. But yeah, these orcs had no idea what to do with that little girl. Oh, please. Yeah, so this orc here, he knew what's going on. So he's gonna be a smart guy and run away. And then, yeah, we've apparently pissed off the locals, and now their chief is gonna go after us. Oh, that was a charged arrow. stop that. Okay, this is unfortunate. These arrows... No, these arrows, stop it. This is Orc Hero. And the music just suddenly changed. So he's got his first attack is to stomp the ground and and shake the earth. And if you're on the ground or nearby with that shockwave, he's gonna throw you into the air, which is a huge time waste. And then the second thing, he's gonna slam the ground. Oh, there's not slam. He's gonna throw his sword down to the ground and into the air. Just kind of get you out of the way. He's repeating the process now. So I'd love to explain, but this is just, I need to pay attention at the same time. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wasn't high enough on that. Here we go, she slams the ground, they'll be with shield charge. The shield charge we can take damage on, we don't really mind that. Yeah, so in between those cycles, we're going to try to hide, which gives us iframes, or removes our hitbox from existence. Ah, damn it. Replace raid. Go. Hey. Okay, let's not go straight to deploy. Good. We're currently level 6. We just finished Orc Village. And we're going to be moving on to... Oh, I can't remember the name of this place. Undersea. It's Undersea Caverns. Can't quite remember the exact name. And the theme here is not only is everything under the bottom of the oceans or underwater, a lot of these enemies, for some reason, they have absurd amounts of health. In the thousands. We're not entirely sure what's going on. Yeah, some crabs, some tentacle things, they're called hydras. So I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to represent in the real world. Either way, they're really annoying. Alright, we'll just leave that one behind for now. Man, this game really likes throwing mini-bosses at you. So here's a mermaid. And there it goes. I always forget that on the recoil, on the rebound they get you too. No! Why is the one on the far right hitting me? Oh, go away. Yeah, we're gonna get rained on by kukri. Huge swarms of them. we don't really have a good way of clearing these things, as their hitboxes are just insanely small. Hello, Jay is my hero. I'm kind of stuck here because they don't want to get close to me, which is unfortunate. Please, okay, they're just... Alright, that's really bad that they just decided to scatter off on the left-hand side of the screen. Yeah, this run is going pretty fast, and I mean fast, it's going pretty average, as everything is not going in my favor. But, we're trying. So this giant red frog here is a beta frog, and we usually like to farm its card, and that's why it's one of the known mini-bosses in this game. I hope everyone likes the color blue, because we're going to be seeing this for a very long time. Right. Please, stop all attacking at the same time. Why? Alright, so these fens can charge when they're near the ground floor, or they're on ground. Well, not the bottom. And unfortunately they have super armor, which makes it really difficult for us to deal with them, as whenever they finish charging, they shoot straight to the top of the screen. I'm not entirely sure why you're asking for Toho. I'm bad at that game. Wonky hitboxes. Though I am at a very low health for what I should be. I need to be careful about my health management. There's a small window that you can get for that. I tried going for it. Got it. Now we get to encounter this wizard who wants to go mobbing. But no, we're just going to be very unfriendly about this and steal his mobs. We've been pretty unsportsmanlike so far. He doesn't know we're here. Oh yeah, female thief. I am the only runner of this category, which doesn't even exist on the speedrun leaderboard, so it's a world record. Oh dear. This one can be a pretty... This boss is not fun. This mini boss is not fun. So its weak point is the brightly glowing tentacle at the end there. And this thing can just decide to go wherever it wants. And we don't really have a reliable method of dealing with this. All of our attacks are either wide on the ground, or our stronger attacks are in the air. Please, game. It just decides to go on the other side. No, stop, hey, please. This is RNG. No, stop. Stay on the right-hand side, thank you. There we go. Holy cow. We don't want to worry about that fan on the other side, it's going to come over here. Or not. Okay. Never mind, scratch that. I'll take that hit to kill those crabs. Viveridon, that's what they're called. But I'm at a really low level of health right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to survive 2 hits from the boss, which I may need to. Take a couple of hits just to suck it up to deal extra damage. We're close to the boss. Very, very, very close. So Deviance has been known to cause a lot of problems. I want to stand right here. Nope. And back jump. Okay, let's see if we can get this. No! So close. There's no real way to readjust this. Let's see if we can skip phase 2. Nope, RNG was not on my side. So it is possible to not take any damage when he throws those rocks out. And with that, we can have fun with a continued attack and deal somewhere around 15,000 damage. You do need to be careful about that pillar. You can get hit multiple times for every break that occurs. So there on the far left-hand side could have been a potential 5 hits. And those things hit for about 600 damage apiece. And they throw you into the air, so huge, huge time loss. But that boss went very, very well, actually. Okay. Distribute stats, dump everything into strength, more in venom. For level 7. Come on. Jet Set Radio Future HD is getting buffed. Right, stage 6, Geffen Tower. If anyone remembers what's going on here, we really like to mob poison mushrooms because they're just everywhere. They're abundant and they're got pretty low stats. Oh yeah, they've got low health. They come in huge numbers. They have very low armor, and they're weak to magic. But I mentioned they come in large numbers, so they're just going to keep falling. There's a lot of them here in this stage. They just keep jumping. No! Stay on the floor, or at least near the floor. Yep, nice first jump anime. Jump on first frame. Those dusties have about 200 health. In the original game, they had about 400 or so, and it was really difficult for people to kill them because not everyone was aware that you can do stronger attacks at the time when the game was released. So hitting them for about 400 damage in a single hit or a couple of hits was pretty difficult. Alright, so I'm gonna stand by about here. No! Game! Okay, I'm gonna try it again. The soundtrack is actually really good. Right, so once again, we're slamming our face into the right side of the screen. I mean, that's pretty normal. Right, so we get to have fun on this stage. I haven't mentioned it yet, but for every time that you deal damage, or you take damage, there's like a moment where the screen kind of freezes up a little bit. I'm going to show you what happens right about now. That's okay if I'm a little off to the side. That's okay if I'm still behind. Here we go. So we're extending our time for Envenom. And Envenom has a really, really small hitbox. So I do need to position myself in the right spot. Freestyling. That's how we do it on Jet Set Radio. Alright, a couple of them got away, but that's okay. So if anyone's scared of ghosts, you should probably look away now, because this is a giant whisper. And he doesn't talk, but it's a whisper, I assure you. Those are tiny whispers, or regular whispers. I would really like it to be on the left-hand side of the screen, so that's why I'm kind of sitting here. Okay, it is not cooperating. Dagger dive. 2, 3, 4. Oh, nope, well, I screwed that up. Oh, that. Ooh. That wasn't too bad for falling twice. All the spooks. Yes. So this dungeon is about really scary stuff. Like ghosts. I don't want to spoil too much. It does get pretty spooky as the game goes on. And trust me, it gets spooky. If you thought giant whispers that were... or giant ghosts that are called whispers speaking into your ear, well, it's gonna rain mushrooms. If you're not into that. Yeah, there are going to be some enemies that are just like, that's creepy, in a sense. But we'll show you as the game progresses. But first, mushrooms. And these mushrooms just going on all over the place. No, I couldn't catch them one time. Yes, I agree. Hunter flies are pretty spooky. Ah, damn it, Dust. Well, I mean, hunter flies are pretty spooky for archers. Oh, not archers, but priests. Yeah, I guess archers, but mostly priests and wizards and sages. Right, so this is a marionette. And I totally screwed that up. And we really don't want this marionette doing anything, because anything she'll do it will lag the game. She can breathe fire, she can swing off the puppet's pole, she can float around with the candle and just wave it at you. It's just anything she does will just create lag. So we're going to stop that by just attacking her and turn her into a nice pendulum. Please come down. Now, I didn't really mention this, but yes, Venom does have a chance of putting a poison status effect on enemies. But the amount of damage is so small that it's just not worth it trying to constantly spam Venom to apply poison. So we should say hi to our best friend Jack. So it's battle. You know where you're going, Jack. What a dapper fellow. Yep, we skipped a phase. No, actually, you have about like 3,000 health left, so. Or not, I'm totally off. Oh, this is awkward. That was like a wasted 5,000 damage. Alright, say goodbye to Jack. Nice guy. Alright, now we get to see steel chon-chons, both green flies over there, and mists. These, I honestly have no clue what these are, but they're considered formless. Now these, I really don't know, they've got 3 red eyes. And then you see these happy little poke worms. Yeah, they're happy. We don't know why they're happy in a place like this. They just like scary stuff. Oh, no, out of the web. Ah, no, that's what happens when you double tap the forward button twice. Repeating myself. That's what happens when you try to run or double tap in air. Females do this zip line thing. Still chon-chons, please. Ow. little trivia about this game. This back wall here, this whole brick section, it actually cuts off a little early in the initial release. So right about here is where the wall doesn't exist. Also, I hope nobody has nightmares about this because this is a nightmare. This actual name is called Nightmare. Please touch the ground, please touch the ground. That attack launches you airborne and can hit you on every available frame. So those were the 3 attacks. They'll charge. It'll charge you, it'll throw a scythe out to try to collect your souls and hit you multiple times. Usually it's a guaranteed kill. Usually a guaranteed kill if you get caught in that. And then it'll just jump to the air and try to stop you. It also doesn't help that it is a giant horse. Like that is huge. Alright, oh, things getting spooky. Like, the lights are out in a cave and hi. This is Doppelganger. I'm a little offside here. As you can see, we're kind of abusing the hide, the ability to hide in this game. And we want to make sure that he does all of his attacks, like the full animation of the attack before we go in. It can, I'm really close to the edge here. So we want to make sure he does his full animation before going in, as those things do tend to have lingering hitboxes. Right, so he's just about halfway through, there we go. Now he's moving about 20% faster, and all his hits do 20% more damage. Ow, that is why we don't want to get hit. There goes 2/3 of my health. Yeah, so now he can decide to do that face check twice. Oh. Is he gonna do it again? At that point, he can choose whatever he wants as a second attack. But his first attack is always predetermined. Almost down. Almost down. There we go. Ignore the 1 minute and 30 second PV on this thing. That was in a completely different character. We're heading back into our stat distribution. Once again, off strength. Going to go all the way down in Venom, max it out, and we've got some extra, so we can either choose to put it in hiding or improve dodge. I'm going to choose hiding because lately things have been going in my favor, and I've been hiding a lot sooner than I should be. So by increasing the level of hiding, I can stay in for a fraction of a second longer. But improved dodge would be preferred. We're back in pan. Or, sorry, not Pain. We're back in Frontera. We've just left the North Gate, and we're already encountering deadly giant mantis. This game just keeps getting scarier, doesn't it? Alright, so, who here doesn't like hunter flies? Yeah, they're here. They're these red guys. They hit like a ton of bricks, and they have a ton of health. Now, the game can't really, or the developers couldn't really make these guys move super fast, because they move pretty fast in the real game, or in the original game. Get back here. So instead of making them run around at lightning speeds, they decided to make their attacks instantaneous. Those are amazing flowers. They're floras. And they just want to have a fun time hanging around. And then we came along. Well, yeah, we're pretty much just tearing the place up. Also, giant leaves in the background. Oh, hey, look, it's Richard again. And he's mobbing, as usual. So, if those of you who remembered, I ducked under Richard to go after his pouring mob. But in this case, Richard learned from his mistakes, and he will run you over. Many, many times. Nope, I don't want to get too close to that. So these guys, they have the same sort of figure on the front and the back, and the only way you can figure out where they're facing are their yellow beating eyes, which is pretty hard to see, or the white teeth in front of them. And by knowing this, they can turn around on a dime. So we really don't want to be standing on the end, on their tails. They have a lot of armor. I'm also getting destroyed by this Envenom. I probably should have got one level in Detox. I regret this decision, because there was like 20% of my health. Walk right into that. Yep, this pretty much an on-rail until you get to the last guy. And this wizard is back, and he's going to report us for being a noob and having bad manners. He's crying about it. But we don't care. He threw them, he ran right past us, and he lost aggro, so it's just his fault. No, stop hitting me. Now, if this is going to be a forest with giant animals in it, they have to have giant spiders in here too, right? I mean, it's only natural. So we have giant mantis, giant... I can't move because I'm stuck in the web. Giant mantis, giant worms, giant crickets, way back in stage 1. Giant spiders. Venom? Yeah, I ran out of SP. I mean, what else could possibly be giant? We have giant bunnies too. I didn't turn around the other way. Why did I walk into that? Yeah, so this is a green petite. I would have liked it if they had all the petites in this, but that was just no, please hide. It would have been pretty hectic to program, and I don't blame French Fred for not doing it. I was going to try envenoming, but no, let's not risk that. They have the same pattern, except this one's flying. So, more lasers. If anyone likes laser light shows, this is the place to be. So, yeah, we think it's all over, right? No. No, it's not. And they continue their pattern wherever they left off. So, things can get horribly wrong as they attack at the same time with unlockable skills. I'll take that hit rather than taking lasers from the blue guy. Alright, so the blue petite died first. It does have less health, just because they want to make it easier for us. As it is a flying creature. Flying units are generally hard to hit. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to go for style points. We gotta do this. I need to get rid of these. Okay, we're going for style points. And we've already made mistakes. And there we go. No, we didn't walk in range. We're just gonna have a lot of enemies raining on us soon, and we're still in the first part of the game, or the first part of this stage. I have no SP and I do need to keep it. So the background just changed. We're more or less at the top of the top of the mountain. We're not quite in it yet, but we're pretty close to the entrance. And you can sort of see Frontera in the background right now. It's nice city if anyone's wondering what it looks like. It's got nice straight roads, unlike many of the ones that we have here. I really need my SP, so I'm not using any of it right now. Okay, here we go. Here's a pretty picture of it in the background there. The tree should be gone soon. We're just going to deal with more honeyflies. More honeyflies. And I would like it if they all decide to be on one side of the screen. Okay, let's push him. No! Stop. Yeah, that fencing in the background isn't all too great. But that's okay. Because these. Hi. Get me in the shot too. Ah, too early. You have about a 2-frame window to hit Mistress before she spawns with these, because these will take a hit before she will. But I'm just kind of trying to pick them off here. It's not really working. I am not clearing these beasts fast enough. Nope. I did clear out a large number of them though, which is a good thing. More hiding, more venom spams. Okay, good. She didn't go into her third phase. It is possible to one cycle, but it's a really tight window. You probably get the first 3 envenoms on her right before she spawns and stuff. And the and those bees that she spawns at the beginning need to be really close to each other. These pupas containing butterflies. Just take it slow from here. There's really no fast way to do this. That's okay, because we can just kind of have that guy off to the side. He'll be better. Really? Okay, well, I'm probably gonna die now. And Venom is tearing a ship into my health bar. 188 or so right now. Game? Where it dies, please? The little monkey fellas here. They can have serious hitbox weirdness going on. They can swing across the map for acorns at you. And those things are practically invisible. Those acorns are just not visible on screen at all. Oh, I'm gonna die. This is bad. I don't want to die until we get to the boss. And the reason for that is the boss can tend to do multiple hits on you. And you'll die in a couple of hits, really. And believe it or not, we're actually in a cave. We're not outside of it, as weird as that sounds. Please, game. Please? Please, game? Okay, I'm at 80 health, and if anything, 107. And there. Dang. That's unfortunate. Well, on the bright side, I have SP. Ah. Dang. Dude, this is just really going. They do not want this to continue. Please. Please, game. Well, the rockers are dead, which is a nice thing, but I was expecting to kill this bear in a couple of hits. So we're slowly venturing deeper into the forest, inside a cave, filled with lots of colorful mushrooms that we don't want to eat. We don't know what they are. Yeah, this is why I wanted to just hold off on dying until the boss, because this can get pretty hectic and it's hard to see what's going on sometimes. Smoke clouds on the bottom for those mandragoras. AIs pretty much have like 3 frame attack animations. And the bear walked away from me. It wanted nothing to do with this. Airborne porcupines. It's combos, they're really getting annoying. Like, ooh. Game, please. We're really nearing the boss right about now. We're gonna see some cute animals. Really, really cute animals. Holding sights. They're called Baphomet Juniors. They're adorable. I was just kind of stalling for the second batch to fall down. Or the second group. Oh, no, don't back off. Okay, so the boss is coming up, and to no surprise, anyone knows this place, lots of corpses on the floor. The boss is this is Baphomet. I'm not going to hit him because that scythe can deal hundreds and hundreds of damage in a few seconds. Actually, thousands of damage in a few seconds. And being caught off guard with just a moment can very, very easily kill anyone that's not paying attention. Now, these Baphomet Juniors that are spawned from Baphomet himself, they're really, really different programmed than the other 6 Baphomets before this. Normally you would be able to just hold the guard button and block these spheres, but you can't do that for Baphomets, or these particular Baphomet Juniors spawned by Baphomet. Okay, he's on phase 2. But you can just guard them. Everything is purple. Everything wants me dead. This fight isn't too bad, actually. As a thief, it's really easy. As an acolyte, it's also fairly easy. Gonna hide, let that sight hit the ground first. I'm awake. What about it?
Xuống nói chuyện với nó đi. Con coi đừng nói luôn.
I'm busy right now. I do apologize, Jet Set Radio viewers. Apparently, somebody wants me to do something in the middle of a speedrun. Which, you know, not nice. Okay, here we go. Baphomet's dead. Luckily, there weren't any deaths involved. All of his attacks are real scared. They hit for about 600 apiece, or you can just get chained for several thousand. Speedrun greater than things. So that was the hardest stage in the game. You can relax. Alright? We can start relaxing, right? No, we can't. So we're heading into the final stage right now, and we're going straight into Frontera City. Something's going on. The city is under attack. The citizens are freaking out. I honestly don't know why that guy is holding a giant pair of scissors. I can't quite remember what that enemy is called. Also, Richard back there has no idea how to use a spear. Or a lance. He has absolutely no idea. Come on. Stop the clips. He's not being nice right now. Yeah, so you haven't figured it out by now. This is just a boss rush in a nutshell. Yay, damage boosting. That was a little early. Welcome back to Moonlight and Moonlight clones. Or they could just not get hit by that. I need to wait because I'm a little off center. There we go. I was really worried about that. Yes! Didn't even get the third attack in. Those suplexes. Or only body slams, I guess. I don't know my wrestling thing. Okay, we're just gonna stab his knees, ankles, calves. Let's go this way. I'll take this time stop in this corner. This way, please. Okay, let's not make a mistake here. We're at 300 damage per hit. 400 damage per hit. Alright, so Doppel wants to have another duel. I'm gonna give it to him. Okay, he won that one. Now, there is a difference between the distance, the width size of the screen. In here in Frontera City, it's actually bigger than it is in Death and Tower. I didn't wait. Now, if you were playing the faster class, you could just use iframes and go right through that. I'm awfully low on SP. I don't know, go away. So we're fighting Baphomet again. But this time, Baphomet's much easier to deal with, as he doesn't have any sort of summons at the beginning. I believe for some reason he has less health. I'm not entirely sure why they did it this way, but I think they realized he was a pain to deal with the first time, so they just nerfed him. Yeah, there was really nothing I could do about that. I did not want to take damage from that engineer. Gonna hide here. And wait for his attacks to go through. now we're approaching the final boss of this game, or at least the main story, and this is Capra. So, yeah, it turns out Capra is evil, and she was the one throwing all those dead branches all over the place. I had no idea when those knives were going to start going. Oh, well, I was not expecting to dodge that. So, after this boss is defeated, or at least when Capra is defeated, I wouldn't say Capra's the real boss, but she's pretty crafty, I'd say that. The speedrun forum, or speedrun.com, uses the Japanese time method while you finish on the final hit. I don't do that. I time when Capra uses a speech bubble at the end of it, because we can expect when that happens. Oh, she's on phase 2 now. Kind of waiting for her to stop moving. And the knives are going to the right. Did I glitch the game out or something? Go Oh, that might have been some lag, because I was floating way longer than I should be. Come on, Capra. Oh, come on, Capra. Capra has about 5,000 health left or so. I'm way off. Oh, this is bad. Do I have weight limit? No, she didn't increase my weight. That's a pretty good question. Maybe she opened storage and like robbed everyone of all those bloody branches? I just realized I'm out of SP. Okay, so there we go. Normally time would happen there during the speedrun. But time is coming up shortly. Everyone's telling us to stop beating the crap out of Capra. Evil spirit left. Get ready on time. There we... Yep, that's time.
You said time?
That's time.
Okay. 1:33:49.
Nice. I was expecting a 1:35.
Nice.
So it's got some good endgame music if you want to listen to that, or swap over. I'll just let this play out.
Alright, so up next we have Pair Strike. We're going to go to a brief intermission, and we'll have Kirby's Air Ride, followed by Elmo's Number Journey. So make sure to stick around for that, guys. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the people?
Yeah, I would. I'd actually like to thank everyone for cheering on Jet Set Radio Future HD. That's pretty cool that you guys want your developers to go out of their, I wouldn't say go out of their way, but feel that there are people out there who really want this, and that we want to support the developers. That's pretty cool that you guys are sticking around for this. And I'd like to thank the guys to set up all this stuff. We wouldn't have anything without them.
You're welcome.
That's all I got.
Alright. Cool. Make sure to follow an Asper here, and we'll be